You want to get gains. Okay. You came to the right place, brother. Here are my top 10 surefire ways to build more muscle. Guaranteed, if you do these the right way, I guarantee you, I promise you, you're gonna make better gains, brother. And here we go. Listen closely. The first one. You ready for this? Sleep. Okay. You might not have heard this before. You might have heard this before. Sleep is very important to your gains. Simply because that is the time that you're building and you're recovering. Recovery is the most important part of building your muscle. It's bulking season for a lot of people. They're gonna bulk, but at the end of the day, if you don't recover the right way, you're not gonna look good, man. Your body is not gonna have the right composition, and then you're gonna diet down, and it's gonna look like shit. Just listen to me, bro. 8 hours. That's all you need. 8 hours of sleep. 6 if you're really grinding. That leads right into the second one. And the second one is eating enough carbs, eating enough protein, eating enough fats, eating enough in general. How do you expect to grow if you're not eating? I'm not saying you have to eat at a very big surplus. I'm not saying you have to go out and eat Five Guys out of the 7 nights a week. No. That's dirty and you will get fat. Very sloppily fat. What you need to do is you need to add in the fats that you don't get when you diet. So when you diet, you cut out your fats. I hope you do. I don't want you to cut out really anything else. So you're adding the fats that you did not have when you dieted, and you're adding them back into your diet, and then 5% of it can be what you don't enjoy. But if you want to build the real muscle, you need to fuel that, and you weren't fueling that when you were dieting. Really, you're definitely gonna feel it more, not when you're dieting, but you're gonna feel it more when you're building, when you're in your off season, and that is the best way. I'm telling you, one of the best ways to keep it growing. Add in healthy fats that you did not have when you were dieting. Number 3, lifting heavy. Now, I'm not saying go in there like Ronnie Coleman, throw on 8 plates on each side and fucking squat that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm telling you to lift heavier than last time. Or if not lifting heavier than last time, making sure to give it more of an effort than the last time you did. Make sure to accentuate the muscle more than you did the last time you went to the gym. And yes, progressive overload is a very big part of building muscle, but at the same time, I really consider a lot of reps, moderate weight, and it's really something that you're going to feel a crazy contraction. Time under tension, in my opinion, is really what can grow muscle as well as progressive overload. But add on some weight. Feel it more. Get a better pump. Progressive overload. Slowly. Do it slowly but surely, and you'll get the results you want. Just keep your hypertrophy training in, and lift heavy, but don't lift too heavy. You don't want to hurt yourself. Numero 4. Simple. This is meal timing. I had to look out on my notes again. I really wrote notes for this. I did write notes for this, and I'm proud. Numero 4. Meal timing. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, it doesn't matter when you eat. It does not matter when you eat, but to me, honestly, it matters when you fucking eat. If you're not eating at least every 3 hours, I feel like, sure, maybe one every now and then if you have bigger meals, but I like keeping my meals so that they don't bloat me, but I also like them keeping me full. But then again, when you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, you're gonna be full regardless, in a sense, as long as you're eating more protein, especially on a diet. So eat more frequently, eat more slowly. Make sure you're keeping your healthy fats spread throughout each and every meal, and that is really going to help you stay fuller, and that is going to help you diet better. Or if you're not dieting but and you're still trying to build muscle as well, then I suggest doing every 2 to 3 hours, but with the same amount of food. Simple. Just make sure that your meals are at a good time, because if you're like too long, it's you need the nutrition to grow. You're trying to grow. You're not trying to get tighter and smaller. You're trying to grow. You're trying to get fucking huge, bro. You're trying to get absolutely fucking massive. So what you need to do is you need to time that shit. Every 2 to 4 hours, you better be eating some sort of meal with enough protein and more fats than last time. Because that's healthier. Avocado oil. So I'm not going to talk about the food that you got to eat. I'm just saying eat more fats. You're trying to grow. Meal timing is important. Every 2 to 4 hours, get a meal in. Get at least 5 to 6 meals in a day. Number 5, supplementing. I'm not a huge fan of supplements. To be honest with you, you should just take your main vitamins and whatever supplement that you're taking to build muscle with it. Preferably creatine. Muscle builders from Redcon One and other brands like that. Creatine is important. For a natural lifter, creatine is very important. And for any lifter that wants to have more energy for 1 rep maxes and so on, definitely get creatine. Creatine is going to increase your ATP, and your ATP is the energy stored to basically push out a 1 rep max and to rep shit out. It's going to increase your ATP, and it's going to fill your muscle, and it's going to help you grow a little bit. It's not like gonna help you grow exponentially. It's gonna help you grow very slightly. It's gonna have a minor occurrence in your muscle building. Another way you're going to build muscle naturally is by increasing your testosterone. Testosterone is a very misunderstood word around the world. When people think of testosterone, they think of steroids. That is not the case. Every man, every male has testosterone in them. Unless you're transitioning into a female and you're trying to get it out of you as much as possible, I guess. I'm not going to go into that. Every man and woman, believe it or not, every male and female has testosterone. And testosterone kind of reminds me of, for the man, the atom, the basic building block. If you do not have testosterone in your system, for natural, you're not going to build much muscle. You're not going to do much of anything, really. You're not going to really develop. Testosterone is huge for guys because we need it so much for our voice, for our skin, for our muscle, for simply everything. To function the right way, we need testosterone, and you have to increase it there's plenty of natural ways to increase your testosterone. Some people, you just gotta find which way works best for you, and some people, they might really struggle with it, and that's where I suggest they go to a doctor and they do get prescribed something for that, because that can be very life threatening and risky. So do yourself a favor and watch out for that, because the more you have, the more muscle you're gonna build, man. It's that simple. Another way to build muscle simply is decreasing your resting intervals in between sets. So decrease the amount of time you rest to around 30 to 45 seconds instead of saying a minute, say a minute and a minute and 20. Decrease your rest time. Decrease it simply. Decrease it to 30 to 45 seconds. And that is going to add on to the time under tension, where your muscle is going to be stressed out more frequently at a faster pace, and it's going to be forced to grow a little more rapidly, and you will see a slight difference when you shorten your rest time. Another way you're going to build more muscle is simply by doing compound exercises. Compound exercises consist of deadlift, squats, and etc. Deadlift, squats, bench press, etc. Compound lifts are really a main focus on a lot of people's trainings, and the reason for that is because they work more muscle groups in just simple one exercise. That is why they are so important, because they hit a lot more muscles than to say you were doing an isolation exercise. And compound movements definitely are a way to go if you want to grow more muscles at once faster. Compound exercises are the way to go. Isolation is more of a symmetry kind of thing, when you're trying to add aesthetic symmetries, evening out parts of your body. That is more isolation. Compound is just growing like crazy everywhere. Number 9 on this list is going to be listening to your body and taking enough rest days. If you're not resting enough, you're not gonna give your body enough time to recover. And if you're not resting from, say, a workout that you did, say you trained chest, right, and then you had your arms, your triceps were really sore, and somehow your triceps are 70% of your arm, and then the next day you have to train biceps. Well, you're going to be lagging, because your 70% of your arm is hurting. It's sore. It should be recovering. And sometimes you just need to listen to yourself. And if you think you really shouldn't be training, do not train. It is smarter to just listen to your body. If you don't listen to your body and you stay listening to your mind, you will break down. I promise you that. This last one is going to sound a little crazy, because you might not think of it when you think about building muscle. But the last one is cardio. Your heart is a muscle too. And I'm not saying to grow your heart. That's probably the last thing you want to do. You do not want an enlarged heart. But what I am saying is cardio is going to help you recover faster. It's going to help your blood circulate through your body more, and it's going to get the oxygen flow into your blood pumping more. And when it is in your blood more, it is going to reach your muscles, and your muscles need to recover, and they're going to use that to recover. They're going to use cardio. And I'm not saying intense cardio. I'm saying normal cardio, slow pace cardio. And that is going to help your muscles recover, especially if you are a natural lifter. You are going to recover a lot faster if you just did a little bit of cardio. Cardio is important. Cardio not only helps your heart, but it does help you recover muscle wise. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. 10 ways that will guarantee you more muscle growth in the future. Just start these 10 things and see how drastically your body composition changes over your bulk, over your muscle building period of time. If you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe if you're new. Anyways, Gorilla Finesse. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.